Do you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Maybe you're even barely getting by making minimum payments. With credit card debt hitting record highs, National Debt Relief offers real debt relief solutions for people struggling to keep up. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy, and you may be able to pay back less than you owe, regardless of your credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe 10, 20, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living increases. To find out how much you could save, visit nationaldebtrelief.com. That's nationaldebtrelief.com.
Hey party people, it's me, Jenna Kim Jones, and you're listening to Jenna Tries. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is my first time doing a solo podcast. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm kind of excited. I've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about today, so I want to get right into it. But first, I need to tell you about something very important. This episode is brought to you by Wiki. Okay, Wiki is your brand's creative partner. Wiki specializes in branding, web design, educational videos, and 3D animation. Everything you need to bring your ideas to life and make them look amazing. I've worked with Wiki for years. They built JennaKimJones.com, and they've played a massive part in me growing my business, and I love them. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Mark and Barbara, they bring decades of experience, and everything they create is original. Okay, it's like no AIs, templates, no. They build it and they can help you take care of it, and they've helped me so much. With so much competition out there, standing out is not easy, and that is where Wiki delivers. I trust them. I trust their experience, and I love their one-on-one approach. I reach out to them. They are quick to help me. It's amazing. So if you're ready to level up your brand, head to wiki.co to get started. That's Wiki, WICKY.co, C-O, to learn more and get started today. Highly recommend it, you guys. Love Wiki. Okay, so I feel so weird. I've been podcasting with Al for, I don't know, over 10 years, which also is insane. I mean, on and off. We had to take a break here and there. We have 4 kids. Life has been absolutely insane for a long time. So this feels weird. Doesn't it feel weird? I mean, I don't know who I'm talking to in here. I'm alone. Like, I don't have a producer. It's just me, just shouting into the silence, you know? My children are asleep. Al's probably watching some really sad documentary somewhere upstairs, and I'm just downstairs, killing it into the abyss, as we say. Who says that? I don't know. I say it sometimes, because that's what it feels like sometimes. I'm working hard. I'm really trying, and here we are. But I am so glad that you guys are here and listening to the show, because it means a lot to me. And I feel like, in honor of Jenna Tries, since this idea of Jenna Tries started with me just eating a ton of food all the time, trying all the new foods and telling you what I think about them, we should start the show with some food news, you know? For those of you who've been listening to our show forever, we used to call this segment Foodie Call. I miss that. I loved that. It was my favorite. But I've got some food news. And this one is concerning, okay? Hershey's recently was in some hot water because they were like, I think originally maybe the like person who invented Reese's or Hershey, I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. Essentially, Hershey's was in trouble because someone said that they weren't actually using real chocolate in their recipes. And now they're saying, don't worry, guys. By 2027, we'll be making everything with real chocolate again. Okay, wait. Okay, so I just what I'm trying to understand now is what has my Hershey's been made of? What have I been eating in my Reese's? And what is happening? So yeah, they got in trouble because they weren't using the original recipes. They were using some kind of fake chocolate. And I'm like, okay, how much wax have I consumed? How is that going to change my bowels when you fix it? Am I even going to be able to digest real chocolate? Does my body not even know what it is at this point? How much fake chocolate have I been eating? So yes, Hershey's is like, oh no, we're going to bring real chocolate back by 2027. Okay, we're not even halfway through 2026. So they clarified, listen to this, that it's classic Hershey's chocolate bars and Reese's peanut butter cups still use real milk and dark chocolate. Okay. But they said that they decided they were going to do this well before this person wrote this letter. Okay, so maybe they weren't getting sued, but maybe someone wrote a letter who said like, hey, you're not using real chocolate anymore. People started talking about that and freaking out. And then Hershey's like, no, we were going to bring real chocolate back. Anyway, so it's all a big mess, okay? So Hershey's plans to bring back real chocolate in mini Reese's cups. Okay, I've been eating a lot of those. Shapes. So like the holiday shapes, the nondescript Christmas shapes that are insane looking. The pumpkins? What have I been eating? Okay, and then also the Reese's Fast Break, which is my favorite. I love the Fast Break, also concerning. And then select foil wrapped Reese's candies, which I'm assuming, does that mean the select foil wrap? Oh, that could be holiday ones because they do that holiday shapes in foil, like the Nutcracker ones. Love those. Okay, I'm just worried. I'm worried. What have we been eating? And also, will they still taste good with real chocolate? I hope so. I mean, I'm assuming they will. Let's hope they taste better. So they also plan to update the Kit Kat recipe and remove all artificial dyes from its full product lineup. Okay. What? That's weird. So they're trying to rebuild trust through ingredient quality. Thank goodness. Nestle has already started moving toward cocoa-free alternatives because chocolate is getting really expensive. But Hershey's is like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do it right. Don't worry. Don't worry. But I mean, I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little disappointed that it hasn't been real chocolate this whole time. I mean, I think I'm still going to love a Reese's because they are incredible, but it is concerning. I still have some Reese's eggs upstairs. What are they made of? All this time. So Hershey's is committed to making products consumers love, and that means continually reviewing our recipes to meet evolving tastes and preferences. We would have preferred chocolate the whole time, okay? Okay. I will say, though, their peanut butter, I don't know what's in that because it's that, like, the Reese's peanut butter is different. It's, like, grainy, delicious. Let's keep that the same. Bring us real chocolate, but keep that weird, grainy peanut butter nonsense because I don't know what that is or how it gets that way or what I'm eating, but I like it, okay? I like it. Now, moving on to Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Taco Bell is delicious, right? I love Taco Bell. I think about it regularly. Sam's Club is now selling a giant bottle of the mild Taco Bell sauce. We had Taco Bell over the weekend and I like drenched my food in this sauce because I have so much of it. I highly recommend, if you're a mild sauce fan like I am, go to Sam's Club, get the giant bottle, and you just can enjoy so much sauce with your food. I really love it. Anyway, I guess they did some kind of voting thing. I missed this. Not sure how I did miss this. I get Taco Bell emails. So somehow I missed that they did some kind of online vote or fan vote. It was a global taco vote. And they had two things you could vote on. What the next, like, international item was going to be. It was between Thailand's Kickin' Chicken Taco or the Butter Chicken Taco. And butter chicken's like a curry, I believe. I've had it before and I like it. The butter chicken won by a landslide, like 64%. So I don't know. I'm assuming this taco maybe like exists in another country already. I'm assuming. But they're bringing it to the US now. And it's coming out later this year. I am definitely going to try it. This is inspired by the classic Indian dish. The butter chicken taco stacks shredded, slow-roasted chicken in a tomato cream-based sauce with warm spices, then tops it with onion, cilantro, lettuce, and cheddar cheese inside the chalupa shell. It sounds awesome. I don't know what it's going to taste like with mild sauce drenched all over it. We'll see. I'm definitely going to try it. I feel like that is important for all of us. 64%, it like just destroyed the Thailand chicken taco, which also sounded pretty good. I love Taco Bell. It's just this weird thing where they just create random new things out of food they already offer. My kids finally tasted the Taco Bell fries. They're like obsessed with them. I'm like, come on. You got to eat other stuff at Taco Bell. The fries, no, you got to get in there. Try the Mexican pizza. Try something new. Anyway, they're funny. They finally are starting to like other things at Taco Bell, which is a huge relief. Or is it? I don't know. Am I a good mom? We'll find out. Time will tell. Okay, so butter chicken taco is going to hit participating Taco Bell locations coming later this year. So there's this couple that I follow on Instagram. I cannot remember their name right now, so I'll put it in the show notes. They are just very charming, very charismatic. They sit in their car and they eat more food than I've ever seen people eat. They're not overweight at all. They look great. They must be very young. I don't know. But I can't tell how old they are. I have not researched their personal lives. I literally just follow them to watch them eat food, which, in 2026, what a weird thing to say, right? Uncomfortable. Anyway, they're great, and I will put their name in the show notes. But basically, they have been eating this combination of food. They order like from Jet's Pizza, this kind of, I want to say it's like a deep dish. It's a thick crust. And it's like square pizza, and they order it from Jet's, which I've never had, but we have here. I want to try it. But then they go to a local Indian restaurant and get this like huge bowl of butter chicken, and they dip their pizza in the curry and eat it, and they make terrible slurping sounds, and yet somehow I find it not disgusting. I actually enjoy watching it. They make it look like a dream. They make it look incredible. Like, I want so badly to try it because of them. So I'm like, how do I get my hands on some good butter chicken? Because they swear like this is the best one. It's so good. I think they're in one of the Carolinas. Anyway, my point is they make the food look so good, and now I want to dip pizza in butter chicken. So I'm assuming that this Taco Bell butter chicken chalupa is going to be chef's kiss, right? I don't know. I'm excited to try it. I'm definitely going to try it. I think it's going to be fun, and can't wait. So yeah, I'll put that down in the show notes. And I'm going to do an actual Jenna try. So I'm going to try to chew in a way that is pleasant for the ears, for those of you listening. For those of you who want to watch this, you can go to jennakimjones.com and sign up for a monthly membership. It's $5 a month or $50 for the whole year, which gives you 2 months free. And that's where the whole show will be for the video. And then there's a bunch of other exclusive content that will be there as well. And I hope that you guys are interested in that. No pressure, obviously. I'm just happy you're listening to this show. It's like making me so happy. Anyway, before I get into that, I just want to talk about something that I'm a part of this year. In November, y'all, I'm going on a cruise. My whole family's going on a cruise, and this is a very special cruise. This is the Moon River at Sea Music Festival, and I'm performing. Yes, it's a music festival, but they're also having comedians. I will be there. Dustin Nickerson will be there telling jokes as well. Carly Bannister. And then the music, you guys. Drew Holcomb, Matt Kearney, the national parks, like so much good music will be there. We're going to the Bahamas, from Miami to the Bahamas, November 11th through 15th. So come cruise with us, cruise with me and my family. You can get all that information in the show notes, and on my Instagram account, there's a link for it as well. We'd love to see you there. Come party with us. It would be so much fun. Maybe we'll do a podcast episode on the ship. I don't know. It'll be amazing. I can't wait. So please check that out. Moon River at Sea, November 11th through 15th this year. I was at the store, and I have a pattern when I'm at the store where basically I go to the grocery store, and as soon as I walk in, I turn left, because in the left corner of the store is the last chance clearance shelves. And I can't help myself. I find the most insane deals in that area. I find the weirdest stuff that I don't think I would ever see if I was just shopping for my normal things. So it's become a tradition. Even my kids are like, let's go check it out. We always check it out first because we got to see what's going on, and we want to make sure we don't miss any cool stuff. We have found some crazy things, but my point is, I went in there recently, and they had, that's my sad trumpet, they had protein Pop-Tarts. Protein Pop-Tarts, guys. We have now entered the absurd timeline of the protein insanity. Okay? They're making protein Doritos. What? What are we doing? Like, oh, I'm going to be so ripped. I'm going to have so much muscle under all these layers of fat after I eat all these. Pop-Tarts are not good for you. Just because we add protein to them does not make them good. The insanity of the protein game is just, it's off the charts. First we were making cottage cheese cookie dough. That was ridiculous. Now we're just making Pop-Tarts, adding protein to them and saying yes. What? But of course, I got these. They were on clearance because somebody ripped the box. So they taped it up. Don't worry, all the Pop-Tarts are perfectly safe inside. Somebody just messed up the box. So I got them for $2.35 instead of whatever, $4 or $5, whatever they were. I feel like that's a pretty good deal. And of course, I got to try them. I love Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts are the thing in my life where I'm like, why can't I just be skinny and eat Pop-Tarts like the Gilmore Girls all the time? Why not? Why can't I love Pop-Tarts, but they are so bad. This is, for 2 of these Pop-Tarts, it's 380 calories. So for the whole thing, this little package here, 380 calories, 7 grams of fat, and 10 grams of protein. That's 20 calories less than the cinnamon ones. Those are my favorite, the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts. But I do like the strawberry as well. Anyway, it's my dream life to be a skinny person who can eat as many Pop-Tarts as I want. Maybe that's why I like the Gilmore Girls so much. I'm just living vicariously through them. Okay, so let's try these. Here we go. I'm opening the silver pouch. You can hear it, I'm sure. And okay. A little skimpy on the frosting, all right. Let's take both of them out so we can look at both of them. They smell like Pop-Tarts. Honestly, it's a little like the frosting's a little messy. I'm kind of surprised. Production quality is not great on these. And they look a little over toasted. Maybe I'm being a little judgmental. Maybe I haven't seen a Pop-Tart in a while. I really try not to have them in the house because I love them so much. Okay. We used to, fun story about Pop-Tarts before I try these. We used to buy them for my brother. When he was young and a dancer, and he was in these like competitions where he would dance like 8-10 hours a day, he could pretty much eat whatever he wanted. And sometimes you needed to give him like high calorie, some jolt to his system. And sometimes we'd have Pop-Tarts on hand and we'd go to these competitions and the days were so boring. And it was just my mom and I, because my brother and I were the youngest and all my other siblings were gone and away. And so my mom and I would hang out all day. at these competitions and end up eating all of his Pop-Tarts, and we'd have to go get more because the lazy ladies ate all the Pop-Tarts, all right? So yes, I love Pop-Tarts. They are so yummy. We'll see how these protein Pop-Tarts are, okay? Here we go. Interesting. They are, let's see. You know what? That's pretty good. That tastes pretty much the same. When I broke into it, it felt a little stiffer, but no, that tastes really good. I'm not someone who ever toasts a Pop-Tart. I just don't. Not interested. I'm sure it's delicious. I think I did it once with Al because he was like, "What's wrong with you? Are you insane? What do you bite into a Kit Kat whole as well?" I don't know. Sometimes I do. When I eat string cheese, I don't string it. I just bite into it. I don't care. Okay. Maybe I am crazy, but, I like it. Oh my goodness. Can you see my muscles? I'm getting so strong. All right. Brown sugar cinnamon would be better. I wonder if they have those in the protein Pop-Tart, because that might be a real problem. I like them. They pretty much taste just like a Pop-Tart. I wonder if I would, maybe it's time I become someone who toasts this. Okay, I gotta put these away. I like them, but I still think adding protein to a Pop-Tart is a ridiculous move. What is it? Is it like, okay, I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna have a treat, but I better make sure it has some protein? I don't know. Or is this the new diet? It's just Pop-Tarts and beef jerky and Fiber One bars. I don't know. I don't understand. Why are we doing this? I got to drink a little water here, and we'll keep this show going. All right. So, wow. Pop-Tarts are yummy. Moving on. I heard something this week, and I want to talk about it. And I'm not trying to be controversial, guys. I'm not judging anybody. I just want to talk about this because it's an interesting topic. Do you know who Emma Grede is? I knew who she was. I don't think I really knew what her name was, but now I've put the name and the face together. She is an entrepreneur, very successful. She's got a podcast that a lot of people really love. She created Good American Jeans. Sometimes she's on Shark Tank. You've definitely seen her. My guess is if you're my age, Good American Jeans have popped up in your social media. They basically make those jeans where it's like sizes 6 through 14 can wear the same pair of jeans. She took Sisterhood of Traveling Pants and went like, let's make this a reality. I've never bought the jeans before. I get the appeal. They must have a lot of stretch in them or something, but I've never bought them. But she's made a ton of money, very, very successful. She's got 4 kids and a book coming out. And of course, when you have a book coming out, you gotta stir the pot. Okay? And her book is all about, I'm assuming, becoming an entrepreneur. I'm gonna be honest, I should have written down on this piece of paper what her book was called, but I didn't because I was just stuck on what I kept seeing on social media. I saw this come up because another entrepreneur that I follow was talking about, like, did you see what she said? What do you guys think? You know, we all have different opinions about this. Basically, as she was doing all these interviews promoting her book, she talked about how she's a 3-hour mom. Now, remember, she has 4 kids and a wildly successful business and a podcast, and sometimes she's on Shark Tank and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. She's probably invested in a gazillion other businesses. I think she works with the Kardashians sometimes. I don't even know, okay? All I'm saying is she's beautiful. She has 4 kids. She's like trying to have it all, right? But she did say, and she said in multiple different interviews, that she is a 3-hour mom. And essentially, what I got from what she was saying is that 3 hours is basically the amount of time that she can give to her child or children in a day before she can't handle it anymore. Now, I don't know exactly, all right? This is me watching a bunch of reels, all right? I have not read the book. I haven't done more research except a quick Google thing. So, this is the 3-hour mom concept. Now, 3-hour mom seems low. I'm going to be honest. I'm over here like working like a 24-hour mom, like some kind of idiot. Okay. She's doing 3-hour mom. So she says that the 3-hour mom concept is that mothers should limit focused daily in-person time with children to about 3 hours to avoid exhaustion and maintain personal career goals. Now, I don't know if this includes vacation or weekends, I'm going to be honest. Because, sometimes if your kids are in full-time school and then have extracurricular activities, you might not have one-on-one personal time with your kids for more than 3 hours in a day. That's just the way things are kind of set up right now. If you have a kid in public school and then they do extracurriculars and then dinner, homework, whatever, you may not. But weekends, vacations, she says even on the weekends, she limits her time because she's trying to avoid burnout. And I'm like, whoa, what if you live in burnout? What if burnout is just like your baseline? Okay, has she ever tried that? Because I'm telling you, I accomplished quite a bit in burnout mode. That's just who I am. So I've been trying to think about what is she really trying to say? Okay, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. All right, so she's saying she has to limit her time to about 3 hours before she's like, I'm done with this, no more, thank you very much. I don't love the concept. Let's just start with that. I don't love the concept. I am a very hands-on mom. I homeschool my 2 oldest. My 2 youngest, I plan on homeschooling once they're done with kindergarten. And eventually I think my kids will go to high school. That's really the plan for them, is that I'm just homeschooling through elementary and middle, and then they'll go off to high school. We'll see. We kind of play every year by year, because I love homeschool. It's been amazing, but I do think every kid is different. Every family situation is different. This is what's working for us right now, but I'm a super hands-on mom. So despite that, let's just say this 3-hour mom thing, right? Yeah, do I love the concept? Not really. What if your kids hear that when they grow up and they're like, what? My mom only could stand me for this many hours? That's what it feels like at first, right? But let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's say what she really means is you might have to limit your time with your kids in certain moments of life to avoid burnout, which is a real thing. You absolutely can burn out, and that's not great for a mom. Or to avoid just completely losing yourself to motherhood, which I don't think can be healthy either. I think moms should have personalities and interests that are outside of their children. I think that that's totally fine. Some moms are working full time. I work, but my work is different. It's always in off hours or weekends. So I think every family situation obviously is different. So I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt and say, well, what is she really trying to say? Okay, so she's saying she's only this 3-hour mom, and maybe that means, that you do have to have some boundaries for yourself as a woman, right? Because we become mothers and we're so devoted to our kids that sometimes we don't give a minute to ourselves. And I do think as moms, we should give time to ourselves. We really should. Now, one of the things about being a mother that I've experienced is that when you become a mom, sometimes some of that ambition that you had before kind of dwindles a little bit. Like, I'm still a super ambitious person, but being a mom is so important to me that sometimes I don't know, I still work really hard, but that drive is just a little bit different. I really enjoy my kids. I love being around them. I really enjoy my husband, which is really the main reason why I ended up having kids. And sometimes I lack the drive that I need to really like go far in my career. You know, sometimes I miss that part of myself that used to like work 12-hour days at work and then go run an hour and then go do stand-up comedy all night and then go back to work the next morning. Like I enjoyed that life, and sometimes I miss that. But now I'm also working like crazy. I homeschool, I perform, I'm trying to learn new skills. Last year I wanted to learn how to sew. I did that. I'm currently crocheting, the most insane thing ever. I've been working on it for 6 months. It's probably going to take me another 6, but I'm having a great time doing that. So I'm just saying that, like, I see where she's coming from. Like I said, I'm trying to like spin this 3-hour mom thing in a positive way where it's like, yes, sometimes you have the kids and maybe the ambition becomes very different, right? It's not so much focused on yourself because you love these children and it's really focused on them. And she didn't really want to lose that when she had kids. She's like, no, I spend this much amount of time with my kids and then the rest of it's devoted to my passion in, you know, my business or whatever that might be. I just think it's hilarious that her name is Emma Grede, by the way. She's this like super rich, successful woman named Emma Grede who's like only spend this much time with your children. This is exclusively a women problem, because if a man was going around being like, I have a 3-hour limit with my kids, the world would be like, okay, great. Sounds great. So it is a little like tough, because this is something that really men don't have to worry about. We women, we're the nurturers and we have the children, and I get that it's really our own burden to carry. I mean, I will like get on an airplane on a Friday afternoon flying to a show, and I'll be on a plane with a bunch of businessmen who are like coming home after being gone for 5 days, and occasionally like a conversation will strike up and they'll be like, oh my goodness, you're a stand-up comedian. How do you leave your kids? And I'm like, the same way you just left them for 5 days to go work. So it's always like I'm with my kids all day long, all day when I'm not working. So I don't really have, like, I don't feel like I should feel guilty for leaving for sometimes 36 hours to go do stand-up comedy. So again, so interesting, like that women have to do this balance and this dance that's really exclusively our problem. And honestly, it's kind of fine. I really do think it is, because I have the privilege of creating this life and giving birth to them. And like, it's pretty cool that I do that. Now, Emma Grede, she has 4 kids. Like I said, she had her 2, and then the other 2 she had via surrogacy, because I think there was some like problems getting pregnant. Surrogacy is like a very complicated thing. There's like times when I'm like, unsure about it. I'm not against it. I'm not anti. I'm not judging people. Everybody gets to pick what they want to do. I sat next to a woman on the plane once who was a surrogate, and she was so interesting and just was so loving, and she really loved her experience being a surrogate. She'd done it, I think, multiple times and was planning on doing it again. And she had her own children as well. She's just someone who's really good at being pregnant. I couldn't do it because I was not good at being pregnant, and having children is just dangerous. And yeah, and Lagan Trainer recently did surrogacy, and she came out, and I think a lot of people were really nasty to her about it, which is sad, but she did it, and her excuse was not great. I think that was the problem, is like, I know she had some rough pregnancies apparently from what I saw online, but she decided to do surrogacy, and she said when she talked about it, like, well, my doctor told me it was the safest way to have a baby. And you're like, ma'am, that's the safest way for every woman to have a baby. Having a baby is dangerous. Just, it is. Like, we're very lucky that we live in this time when we like are much better at having babies than we were 100 years ago, or 150 or 200 or 1,000, whatever. Like, it's a very different world we live in, but having a baby, even in this day and age, is still a dangerous thing to do. So not the best excuse. Like, yeah, of course it's safer, but you had someone else go through the danger for you. So it's like a weird topic. I think every single situation is extremely different. And so she did that, which is also sort of interesting in this like concept, you know, that she's the 3-hour mom, because, you know, I don't know how many hours are in 9 months, but it's a lot more than 3. And all her kids are basically the same age as mine, which is a little intimidating. It does make me happy to know that she hasn't had a baby for like, a while, because she looks fabulous. Whereas I'm like, I know my youngest is turning 3, but I'm working on it. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on getting this body back. Anyway, I work really hard to be available to my kids as much as humanly possible. Even when I travel, we have this like long-standing thing with my kids where I will go on the road, but I always make a lasagna before I leave. And it's my like, I love you, please don't hate me for leaving lasagna. And they love it. My husband's like, we had the lasagna tonight and everybody loved it. And they just love that you make a lasagna before you leave. It's like this weird tradition we have. And it is a way for me to feel close to my kids, even when I'm gone traveling. And I love my travel. You guys, I'm not going to lie. My favorite thing when I'm on the road is when I have a Friday, Saturday show. Usually like Saturday night, I'll try to get on a red eye to go home, or I'll leave at like the crack of dawn Sunday morning. So I don't get to sleep in that night. But my Friday night to Saturday morning, oh, I love it. I finish my show and I always go right back to my hotel room and stay up as late as I can, because I love staying up late, but I try not to stay up super late on a regular basis because I have to wake up really early with my kids. My kids wake up by like 6:37 every morning. But I love my Friday nights on the road because I get to my hotel and I just watch TV and I just stay up late and I'll write or play on my phone or just be completely like whatever useless. And then I sleep in on Saturday. I gotta tell you, it's the greatest luxury I have in my life. And I know it sounds dumb, but it's so much fun. And I do love that. So I love that I get to go travel once in a while. Anyway, I work really hard to be with my kids. I like rush home, and I have chosen that. And I like it, but I love spending time with my kids. And I have found that when I do have these travel breaks, or when I do have an evening where I get to go do a show and then I come home, I do engage better as a mother the next day. So I'm way more than a 3-hour mom, but I do think like having this thing that I love and feel passionate about that I get to go do does make me more excited to come home and continue being the really hands-on mom that I am. Does that make sense? I don't know. This feels like I'm talking too much, but I think that's the whole point of a solo podcast, right? I think that motherhood is a lot. I think that we have to work really hard. And I hope that I make motherhood look really fun and awesome, because it is really fun and awesome. And it's indescribable. It's hard to understand how great it is, because there is so much hard work involved. And there's a lot of people choosing not to have kids now because it's expensive, it's hard, and And I understand why people feel that way, but they are missing out on it's like an intangible thing. It's this love and sacrifice that you can only have if you have children and you're willing to do that. So anyway, I want to be available to my kids. I want them to know that I love them and I want them to be around me. And then on the other hand, we do live in a world where we overparent. Our parents did not parent as much as us millennials are having to parent, okay? It's a lot. And we overparent. And kids get anxiety because of it. Kids have so much anxiety. Yes, cell phones are bad. Social media is bad. Keep your kids off of those, whatever. But like car seats, I love safety, but like we keep them in car seats for so long and we're stressed about it. And if you don't wear a helmet with every activity you're doing, I was watching kids go sledding on a video and they all have helmets on. I'm like, when did I ever wear a helmet? And I get it. We want to be safe. I get it. But this like over-parenting, we have to be there 24/7, helicopter over them, blah. It's not good. It's not good for the parent. It makes parenting not fun. It makes parenting stress, and it doesn't have to be that way. I think that we overcorrected in so many ways that we thought we needed to because our parents didn't do that, or safety, or this or that, or we're trying to save 100% of people. Stuff happens. Life happens. It's a nightmare. Hard stuff happens. We all have to be okay with that. But like, we also this like overparenting is also a big reason why people don't want to have kids, or people go like, I need a 3-hour limit, when it doesn't have to be that way. We want kids to grow up and be independent and be able to think for themselves and make good decisions. Like, that should be how we're parenting, is teaching those kids. So this is a long rant that's probably not very funny, but it's something that I do feel really passionately about. And if you want to hear my comedy about this, you need to go listen to my last album, particularly the last like 10, 15 minutes. It's called Creating Human Life, where I make all these jokes about why people don't want to have kids and why they should have kids. Okay, so you should go listen to that. But here's the deal. We overparent. And we also make it seem like if you become a mom, that's your entire identity and you're not allowed to have any other. That's not true. You can be more than a 3-hour mom and still have your job, your work, your passions, your hobbies, your talents. Like, I live in this mindset where like, I don't get to be looked over because I'm just a mom. I mean, I'm like to the point where I try to, balance my life out. I want my kids to have a lot of freedom. I want me to have freedom, but I also want us to like love and respect each other. I want to be able to spend a lot of time with my kids. I want them to want to spend a lot of time with me, but I also I don't get to not be a person, Like, we don't forget mom's birthday. We don't forget dad's birthday. We celebrate Mother's Day. We celebrate Father's Day. Kids have to learn to do those things for other people, including mom and dad. We're important people too. We're people with feelings. So again, all of this is just balance, you guys. Balance it out. Kids need boundaries. Parents need boundaries. Everybody does. But I don't need to be setting an egg timer for 3 hours and going like, ding, time's up, kiddos. I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to know what your feelings are on this. You can call or text me at 404-477-4160. I don't know if I articulated my feelings well. I don't know. I'm new at this, you guys. I'm going to figure out how to be better at podcasting and how to have better thoughts and how to explain what I really want to say better. But I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Give me a call, 404-477-4160. Become a member at jennakimjones.com, where you can watch the entire episode. You can hear all of my comedy. You can see exclusive comedy clips. I just posted a really 10, 13, 14-minute clip of a really wild time that we had out in Utah. I may even post more of it because there was just so much chaos, so much crowd work. We had a ton of fun that show. Anyway, but there's a good clip there that's only there right now. There's also, I'm going to be writing every month, so you'll get an exclusive article from me. There's 2 articles up already. I'm trying to share a little bit more with you. So if you want to be part of that, go to jennakimjones.com and join, and tell a friend about the show. If you don't want to join, just share the show, pass it along. jennatries.com. You can share that and they can find the podcast wherever they listen to podcasts. You guys have been amazing. I hope I didn't ramble on for too long, and I will see you next week. Bye.